With a narrow escape against the dreaming general behind you, why not double down? The Harvest Child is here. The Harvest Child is dangerous, but so are you. You'll need a lot to face down the final confession of your soul. No reason to stop now. What's going on, everyone? It's Loki Orn, and we're back at it with Red Hook. Heading into our second zone here, the Foetor. And hoping we don't get obliterated.
The rancid crop grows unchecked.
Nice early Kyurgen. There's the lair. Now, what do we need to do? Avoid the watchtower for a pot and still. Well, that's super easy. So, early Kyurgen's table's appealing. We don't have to make a choice early on. That's kind of nice. Kind of wondering if I need to pick Holy Lance just to have it, like, around. Because we're locked into our positions in theory, and we just need to make sure we always have something that's usable from every position. Kind of makes me want to bring in Incision, but we'll gamble that that'll be okay. We're gonna go to the. We're gonna go this way.
Echoes of humanity, twisted by hopelessness.
And hope that we don't get just absolutely obliterated for our trouble here. Well, hope everyone's doing well out there as we get plugged in. I do not use this. I do not use this. Geez, words are failing me. This trophy very often. It's one I've just never been super comfortable with because of how badly it can go if you find yourself ambushed. Like, you basically just lose. Well, I should say you don't just lose, but you're increasingly probable to end up in a pretty bad way. So I'm not really interested in keeping it long term, but I will make use of it in the short run here for sure. I mean, I guess we just hammer this guy down. Got to appreciate a 90% damage reduction. There's nothing to stall for, so just end it.
The unrelenting application of violence yields morbid gains.
Yep, I gotta say I do like Red Hook as a formation. I always remember in Darkest Dungeon 1, like, you know, this is the first formation you get, right? And I just remember using it a lot, even like well into the mid game. It's just, you know, I'd always have these characters, right? Oh, we're not leaving. Yeah, you always have these characters around. It just always felt like a really strong formation. So I just sort of kept using it. Not forever. I'm not insane, but, you know. Guess we take as much damage as we can.
Well done.
All right. But, yeah. It's just a very strong and stable formation. It's got two healers in it, both of whom are quite strong. You know, the Plague Doctor especially really carrying the squad. The Crusader, great tank, and also just a great, kind of all-rounder. He doesn't do as much damage as I recall him doing in 1, but he gets it done, at least. Vestal can just judge that, so let's, Oh, Daze does nothing, so... If it was stun, it would be worth doing, but sadly, Daze is not good enough. We do like a free stress heal, though. Whew. 20 reduced to 5 is a very happy... Oh, no, sir. No, sir, you don't get to use that crit token. Absolutely not. How dare you? Unfortunately, he's going to get to use that crit token. Come on, target Dismas. Yeah.
Hold fast, for who knows what lurks in the beyond.
Get to use my riposts. In short.
All problems have their solutions, even the big ones.
It says here you're a heretic. Hopeful. Always a nice little buff.
Confers advantage.
And we'll ramp up our Crusader. Okay. 21 damage. We can actually... Yeah, we can pretty easily kill that. Nice.
The smallest variable can make all the difference.
So we could go for the double kill here? I think we do. Yeah, that's... We get the guy who's got the crit. Nice, we got them both. That was the perfect run out there. We got everything we were looking for. Does heal him. I think we can greed this out.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Oh, right. The lock-in eventually ends. Kind of forgot about that. Like I said, I don't use this trophy very long, so it's... I think at one point it never went away. And then more recently it's, it actually does go away. Oh, whoops. Kind of didn't want to execute him, but we'll take it. Leeches, remove a disease, mortar and pestle, sure. Appalling apron. Does Appalling apron do anything for me here? What does Appalling apron do for me?
Abates.
I mean, it pretty much would have to go to Paracelsus, which isn't really going to happen. Drone Pipe does come out here. We can put Host in. We'll make the Vestal more self-contained, I suppose. We pulled the Drone Pipe out because I don't want to forget it's there ahead of the Harvest Child. Could stress heal Iridia, get rid of that crit token, but I think I'd rather just kill this clown. Yeah, we're just gonna kill this guy. There we go.
A promising development.
Why, again, I say again, I don't think I've actually talked about this recently, but one of my things about, like, debuffs in this game, which I think kind of indirectly Shuffle FM talks about, I think he probably wouldn't agree with this part, which is that, like, I don't rate debuffs as highly as I think a lot of other people do. But the reason that's true for me is that damage is the best debuff, effectively. Like, they can't, what's the argument? They can't hurt you if they're dead. That's kind of the world I live in a lot of times with these formations. So you're gone, okay. Can't heal. think we just stall.
A steady subtraction, an invariable result.
Get some extra healing done. Get a hopeful trigger.
Collaboration confers advantage.
Nothing else to stall for. But I wanted to say, so there's a disconnect here because
Once more.
I'm recording this now, which will come out in a fair bit after this video. But I did appreciate all the discussion that happened in the was it Unstable Suspects? Yeah, the Unstable Suspects video where I talked about Shuffle FM's video on the ways that Darkest Dungeon 2 is very unbalanced. Really good insights in there. It was great to talk to people about it. That's something that I feel like it could have gone a lot sillier, and thankfully it did not. So definitely appreciative of that. Okay, so we could pick up an absolute shitload of loathing and hit a hoarder. We're not really rich enough to go to a hoarder, so I guess we go to the right.
The tangled trails, whisper of torment.
Okay. Well, that's a little disappointing. But I don't really like formless sculpture either, so we'll probably just go to this unknown. Fight with a speed token sounds good to me. Alrighty. We're gonna get doubly greedy here. I think I can kill the goat regardless. Like, we just do this, right? And the goat is pretty close to dead. Okay, goat's dead to that, so. Then we consecration and yeah. I guess I said greedy. It ended up not being as greedy because I forgot how bulky these guys are. I mean, 32 HP. He is ordained, but still 32 HP versus 42 of like the the super powerful enemy, the one that's supposed to be like the big intimidating. Wow, that mineral. Allow me to reiterate that I do not wish for you to have a turn. We're not going to be able to do it.
Hold fast, for who knows what lurks in the beyond.
Nice. Tongue lashing is good. Not eating that corpse is big. Kind of had to take that gamble here. There we go. That's the kind of damage we're looking for. Little jugement for our trouble. Now, unfortunately, he has another chance to eat a corpse. He doesn't, though, thankfully. Yep, can't move. Huge hit.
Will overcome even the greatest of threats. The loathing whispers.
Alrighty. Oh, nice. A field. We'd definitely rather go to a field hospital over a hoarder right now. So this is a nice pickup. And then we have can you hit a bunch of fights? Kind of have to hit a bunch of fights anyway.
But undertakes it nonetheless.
Pacifist, germaphobe, book burner, lazy. Okay. I mean, ooh, yeah. Yeah, I think I just buy all four of those. That's too good to pass up. And Wells's pacifist probably needs to go. Maybe I should have locked this in instead. I think I can live without a breacher, though. I think that's fine. Lazy is annoying. Pacifist is just sort of actively bad for him. But he stress heals himself, so who cares? Germophobic, book burner, steer, lazy. Lots of good options here. We'll get rid of Pacifist. Kane doesn't really need that help. He can stress heal himself, but we'll respect the lore here that Kane is probably not a pacifist. In retrospect, I should have gone to one of the other routes, purely on the basis of not losing an armor here. Like I knew the others were fights. But this still ends up being fine. Like I didn't particularly want to go to the sculpture. And while resistance, like road fights are fine, they're not super high value. Oh, and we just get the armor back. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. 30 flame and get the armor back is absolutely worth it to me. Alright, so as we head here, we're going to pop in Incision. Pop in Hand of Light. You're fine.
I trust you have calculated your odds carefully. This will not be easy.
We're going to pop in some of these options here, specifically to make sure that if our characters get shifted into bad positions, they all have something meaningful to do in those rounds until the buff drops off. Which I don't know. In the Kyurgeon fight, it dropped off, so I don't really know how that happened, but we won't. You know, I guess we won't overthink it. Whoa. Okay, 100% damage is a lot. Let's get rid of that guy. I say as I hit the other one. All right, very good.
Let us hope to finish this quickly.
He also has 100% damage, but thankfully, block plus. This is just such a good combination, especially with the Crusader, who has some natural ways to generate basic block tokens, but not any way to get block plus. Just very easy for him to continuously upgrade himself. In fact, speaking of, just do that now. Triple block plus. Sir, we don't move in this place. Nice. Okay, you're gone. You're dead. So, I guess chop for 23. Oh yeah, because we have that. We do extra damage against corpses. Easy enough, and that was with hail enemies. So our, we're definitely getting the benefit of like the it's noxious, yeah, noxious ring. Once again, I'm not really interested in having this goat take actions if I can avoid it. Okay. Let's just ensure that feeding time does not continue.
Lethality writ large.
It's times like this you do regret getting rid of Magnesium Rain because of inhuman appetites, but thankfully still have a taunt token. Yeah, there we go. Oof. 3 stress.
Malaise, measured and steady.
Another inhuman appetites. Jeez. Well, we got to get that stress down somehow. Oh, he's just dead. Okay. There's armor break. Fish for a relationship tick. Judgment and finish him off. Alright, what are we playing for? Kitchen knives. Quite strong. Bumper crop, not my favorite, but, you know. We're set up to do it, so we may as well take this guy down.
The harvest is here. Pity those with a place at the table.
Interestingly, Alchemist, or I say interestingly, it's just sort of a fact. Alchemist, Plague Doctor, more than capable of punching the blight through. And we will just sit here and trivialize this mechanic. Picking up a lot of stress for no damn reason.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
We'll take the opportunity to swing. I should, so I retrospect, I should have Duelist Advance there so that I can get a riposte, but doesn't matter. This fight is actually pretty strong argument for me to more regularly take the general's trinket or trophy if it's just going to make this fight absolutely trivial. Let's not think too hard about how a pile of meat can be blinded. It's just that way lies madness. Oh, the fight's just over, right? Yeah. Just death blowed by the bulwark. What a fight.
Until the next test is put before you.
The Harvest Child really isn't that dangerous if you have the proper tools in place. And we'll reset ourselves up here. We will actually get set up the way I like. Pop in the restorative to turn on the apron. Pop in this just to get rid of it. Rest of that feels fine. Kitchen knives. If target is blight, plus 15% crit, weapon noxious, gain on blight resist, extra action. So there's a temptation to put this on, like, to pull out Curing Kappa. But I'm wondering if it goes here and Dismas just gets to obliterate. Put it here. Just have him obliterate whatever the Plague Doctor hits. Gain on crit heal 2 seems pretty good anyway. Yeah, let's do that. The Hint of Home seems more useful than that. The rest of this can stay for now. Thing in the corner, not super exciting. And oh, that's multiple Oblivion Tears? No, we'll go to the Creature Den.
Ruts in the roadway. There is a barricade ahead.
Kane is stressed out of his gourd. Shout out to longtime subscriber Kane Ailhart. His second incarnation as a Crusader after the first one died a very unfortunate death. Oh, it's a ghoul. Sup, ghoul? How you doing? Oh, nice. Okay. Well, I think we still do this, because now we get to do this. We don't crit, unfortunately, but we have a chance to. And there's Bulwark doing its job. It is kind of interesting that we have that we've managed to construct ourselves in such a way that Kane is just tanking all of the damage and all of the stress because he's the best equipped to deal with it. Nice.
The enemy weakens and wanes.
We just got to keep working down that stress. Nice dodge. We'll take a 3 free points of healing. So you just hit death's door anyway, so I don't think I need to do that. Let's get this guy ticking. Oh, that's rude. Nice stun resist, at least. Nice, double death's door.
Hold fast, for who
Jeez.
knows what lurks in the beyond.
Oh, even better. Much more worried about getting the
All
ghoul out of here.
problems have their solutions, even the big ones.
Man. Okay, I think that was the right call. Kitchen knives onto Dismas, or Clive, is just gross. With a plague doctor spreading the blight everywhere, this just effectively means like most of his stuff is like 30% to crit. Oh, Duelist Advanced crit sucks. Okay, yeah, we need to improve that. Alright. Either way, do the creature den. Kyurgeon Lair creature den in the same configuration here is pretty nice. That's a ton of extra mastery points and setup for us.
Malaise, measured and steady.
In retrospect, maybe I'm supposed to do... the more I think about it, the more I wonder if I'm supposed to do the Crusaders buff first. Give him the added... Well, he doesn't need it, because he starts out with so many block tokens anyway that, like, the added value is just not really there. Launch. Give me another extra action, I dare you. I double dog dare you. Ah. Still took the dog down. That's dead and dead. Wonderful.
A steady subtraction, an invariable result.
Oh. Spiders, you say?
Stupendous.
Well, let's start getting rid of those dodge tokens. It says here you're a heretic.
A slow dissection, an unavoidable end.
Munch.
The fiend's strength dwindles.
Yeah, we weren't going to manage to avoid that, unfortunately.
Cooperation is the key.
Like that. Okay. Fix that blind just so I don't have to think about it anymore. And it's 2 down. Oh, nice. And the guy who goes is the one we don't care about. Well, I say I don't care about it, and then he, you know, blows me up a little bit, but that's okay. Give me those tokens. Or at least you don't get to have them. And... oh, not dead to the Crusader. Thought he was gonna give it the old munch. Still taking 7, so we gotta hit him for... Gotta hit him for 3.
Bravo.
Oh, very nice. Nice and clean.
Variable can make all the difference.
Wow. That was a disappointing loot roll. I mean, discounted trinkets isn't bad, but in my experience, like, 90+% of the trinkets I'm gonna get. So this is gonna cost us 1 wheel and 1 armor. We have the stuff to repair it. Yeah, sure. We'll make our people happy. Kind of hoping the Catacombs or the Sluice shows up. I would like to continue, extend this run a little bit and get stronger and stronger, but if not, I think we're... Alright, so just an absolute shitload of food, or a bunch of inn items, or a scout. Well, it's not a scout. I need to check, what is our... I am now drawing a blank on which run it is. It's not a rabbit run, clearly, so I think it's inn items. We'll just grab the inn items. I don't think it's a rabbit run. Is it a rabbit run? No, it's a tick run. Okay, yeah. Took me a minute to remember. You know, it took me a minute. I thought it was a tick run. So yeah, we just haven't gotten any blood yet. But yeah, it means we super don't care. We've gotten enough food, I believe. Yeah, we've got some food. We don't really need to. Now that I've thrown those leeches away, we're about to get absolutely drilled. Hello, Deacon. Alright, the flesh is gonna warp. Cool. Alrighty. Well. I mean, he's dead. And we'll go ahead and Bulwark of Faith, because why not? The Altar of Cowardice. So, another, not unintended consequence, sort of intentional consequence, actually, but, we do sort of ignore the Altar of Cowardice.
A promising development.
Alright, just need to hit him one more time. Sundering Steel for 9, not a big deal. That's dead, right? Yeah, it's dead. Cool. Because Paracelsus can actually just overwhelm this regen. fairly substantially. There we go. We have overwhelmed the regen by quite a lot, actually. Weight of Worlds is less appealing.
Malaise, measured and steady.
We are going to stall out here just to do this. Get a nice 3-point stress heal in. Super dead.
The unpleasant in the extreme. This work is noble and necessary.
I can't imagine a situation where Wolf's Blood is coming in, but I do want to carry it for a bit. I think Drone Pipe's seen its day. There's no way Signed Indenture is getting used. Don't think Crow's Nest is getting used. Wheels might get used. Carry the rest of this in. But there we go. Another zone complete.
There are yet places such as this.
Anemic, Hydrophoton, and Chthonian Fearing. Wow, wow, wow. That was not what we wanted to see. Alright, where are we heading?
Every road a winding torment.
Alrighty, so Compress Kit is useless to us.
Bent on our destruction.
Heat Wave is actually kind of sketchy. But the Sprawl is just really good. No Time to Bleed does let us know where a field hospital is, and we get a bunch of candles. But I think the Sprawl is better for us. That 20% damage buff is not nothing, so the Fetter book can come out. I guess we should check. Ooh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Griddle and Stew Pot, both here. That's kind of fun. A pig as well. Wow. A lot of good stuff in here. All right, let's buy the pig first of all, and let's use some of these in items and just see what happens. Tactical Thinker's a nice pickup. Sure. Mop and Bucket. Sure.
Conventional fare.
Man.
Priced.
What would I put it in for? I'd pop. So I do have the Shroud book, which does make going to the Shroud a little bit more appealing.
Repaired and refurbished. Ready for the leagues ahead.
Does that change my calculus? We don't really have a place to put this. I mean, unless we're putting... No, we're not. Yeah, we're not putting it... Well, actually, it would be an improvement over Gnarly Knuckles, but it's not that much of an improvement. We don't really need trinkets. Getting the Shroud trophy that gives us chances of crits is just really good, as is getting Snappy Swig, actually. Or not Snappy... Or, yeah, Snappy Swig. Because that's just straight up crit tokens. That's, yeah. Even with the Shroud book, I think the Sprawl is just a better option for us. Looks like we're not going to need food barrels. But do we try to get Flapjacks or Stew Pot? I think we try to land flapjacks. Well, I think I like flapjacks more. Eh. I need to check something real quick. Invigorating stew pot. Dark Extension 2. What is this again? Let's see. Invigorating stew. Where's the food section? Invigorating stew. Speed. So the speed's actually actively bad for us, so we don't want that. So yeah, it is flapjacks. It is the griddle. We pop that in. I think we check. Darkly curious, Chthonian fear. Germophobic we probably do need to get rid of. Do something like that. Just kind of buy out some of the good stuff here. Got rid of germophobic. Nice. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, because this is our last zone, so stew pot comes in.
Any advantage is a good thing.
Guess the poultice item comes in. Pot and still goes. Iron Brazier will save, because Iron Brazier we can pop in for the final battle, and just have a basically free what's it called? Lantern of Hope or whatever it is. Like, it increases our light a little bit. That's not bad.
Listen.
Yeah.
Practice.
Alrighty.
Improve.
So we are kind of behind on mastery points right now. Alright, well, first of all, let's give Duelist Advance, Pistol Shot, and Wicked Slice their upgrades. I should be using Take Aim more, but I don't think I need to yet. Judgment can be down a little while longer. That's fine. Then maybe give that and that its upgrade? Yeah, sure. Alright, well, thank you all for watching, and, yeah, we'll see you in the next one.